A fatal flaw prevents perfection. Released worldwide in May of 2013, this $185 million science fiction action film, the 12th entry in the illustrious Star Trek franchise, took home nearly $470 million. Helmed by returning director J.J. Abrams, this PG-13 rated space adventure is an effective blend of everything we go to the movies for: action, humor, visuals, and story, and Into Darkness is a tremendously enjoyable time because of it. We rejoin the crew of the Enterprise in the middle of a precarious away mission as they frantically attempt to save a primitive planet from a deadly volcano. This fantastic cold open is a perfect encapsulation of entertaining cinema. When I hook up a new TV for the first time, this is the Blu-ray I pop in to test the colors and sound, but I always get distracted by the adventure itself. Chris Pine, Zachary Quinto, Zoe Saldana, Carl Urban, John Cho, Simon Pegg, Anton Yelchin, and Bruce Greenwood all return to the roles they were so perfectly cast in for 2009 Star Trek. Thankfully, every player's unique and often amusing personality quirks are able to shine in the 133-minute film. This is especially true for Pine and Quinto, whom once again showcase impeccable and believable chemistry. Facing insurmountable stakes, Pine confesses to his Vulcan first officer, "I have no idea what I'm supposed to do. I only know what I can do." This is a more vulnerable version of Kirk than we've ever seen before, and he's far more compelling as a result. Despite having only one other film under their belt, it's honestly hard not to have an emotional connection to these well-defined characters. Joining the group is Alice Eve as a sexy science officer, ostensibly introduced as eye candy but provocatively featured for only a mere second. Peter Robocop Weller as a Federation admiral whose curious motivation and unenthusiastic delivery make him mostly an afterthought, and Benedict Cumberbatch, who positively steals the show as the enigmatic John Harrison, a fiercely intelligent, well-spoken, and cutthroat adversary who challenges our heroes to their deadliest showdown yet. When he taunts the Enterprise crew by maniacally asking, "Shall we begin?" the tension and anxiety are ramped up considerably. To explain, or perhaps appropriately complain, about my biggest gripe with the 12th Star Trek film, I must spoil a major twist. Cumberbatch is fantastic as the bad guy, but he turns out to be a very familiar villain, Khan Noonien Singh, the augmented superhuman originally portrayed by Ricardo Montalban in the original TV show and the second feature film. As I've strongly argued before, outside media and source material should never be used as a comparison or exposition. In other words, if I have to read a book to understand a movie, the movie is poorly written. Unless it's a direct sequel, each film should stand on its own. So when Cumberbatch dramatically reveals his true identity to be Khan, it's a completely meaningless moment. Through the single film prism, this major plot twist makes absolutely no sense and has zero impact on the story itself. In this rebooted Kelvin timeline, Kirk and Khan have no history together, let alone an adversarial relationship. The only in-universe purpose for this name switch is to shoehorn in a Skype call from Leonard Nimoy. The all-too-brief appearance from the aging actor, functioning merely as an expositional mouthpiece, only cheapens the wonderful integration his Spock Prime character had in the previous film. Realistically, the only thing either of these scenes accomplish is highlighting the drastic alterations to Khan's appearance and continuity. Even worse, Nimoy's quick cameo would be his last acting credit before his death. And what's more upsetting is how easily fixable these mistakes are. Keep Cumberbatch as a new villain, and remove Nimoy's part completely. Without the shameless fan service that drastically retcons a classic character, the movie is an unqualified success. That gigantic and inescapable mistake notwithstanding, Into Darkness effortlessly slides from lighthearted action to its dramatic conclusion with breakneck pacing. Michael Giacchino's wonderful score provides a deep backbone. The sharp and witty writing help keep the material accessible to all audiences. ILM's incredible visual effects sell the futuristic and exotic settings, while Easter eggs give throwback glimpses to past entries in the series. Although it relies a bit too heavily on tired ticking clock mechanisms to maintain tension, a hectic space jump sequence that sees Pine slaloming between space debris is undeniably thrilling, especially the way it finishes.
Mr. Scott, where are you?
6.
1,800 meters.
5.
1,600 meters.
Scotty, where are you?
3.
Do you copy? Scotty, please!
2.
Sorry about this. No way.
Mr. Scott, open the door.
Open the door!
Mr. Scott, now!
Welcome aboard.
But the final moments in the movie are gripping, emotional, and wonderful to watch unfold, as the picture plays homage to the original series. Sure, there are a myriad of plot holes and scientific conveniences, but if you're able to overlook the ways it dishonors its namesake, it's actually a thoroughly entertaining film on many viewings. Perhaps the franchise's strongest entry yet, Star Trek Into Darkness is a gripping adventure with blockbuster thrills and laughs. Now let's hear what you had to say in the YouTube comments. Critical of the rehashed elements central to the plot, the movie night audience was very undecided on this picture, with your scores averaging to a 7 out of 10. If not for the foolishly pointless twist, this movie becomes one of my favorite sci-fi action movies. But they screwed it up, so while it's still supremely entertaining, I can only rate this an awesome. That does it for this quick excerpt, but if you'd like to watch full episodes of Movie Night and submit your own reviews to be included on the show, please visit the Jogwheel YouTube channel. My name is Jonathan Paula, thanks for watching, and have a good movie night.